Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get in this freaking Discord over here.
Hello.
Oh. Source. What's this? There we go. There we go. Let's look what we got here. What the hell's happening with my damn trackpad? Give me a second. There we go. There we go. Spread this out a little bit. Oh, Sunday. Yeah. Mild day till it got on the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range with the tight daily range. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me see something real quick. See all the knuckleheads out here. Just because I like seeing them all. I mean, these goofies got liquidated.
Times on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, shorts. Almost 90 million. Almost 90 million in shorts. 20 million in longs. Hilarious. 20 minutes in long, or 20 million in long, so I got liquidated too. Last 24. Let me take a quick peek at this. Yeah, man, that's what happens. See these little pullbacks right here? People get a pump like this. What do they do instead of taking profit? I'm going to call you a bunch of morons. That's in the mood. I woke up and chose violence after my Colts loss going into overtime yesterday. You know what they do? They add on to their position. And do you think when it came into the new day, probably, I mean, guys, you got to take your profit. Little pullbacks like this, when you're 50, 75x leverage, you're going to get liquidated. That's why you see 20 million in long.
Getting money back. Get out of my way.
Tell me any other way 20 million in longs got liquidated in the last 24 hours. Besides idiots using leverage. There you go.
Get wrecked.
I mean, if you're not using leverage, you're fine. You're fine. The whole point is to take your profit, though. If you don't take your profit after pumps like this, you're just not even getting it, man. You shouldn't even be trading. You should not even be trading. Like, I'm mad at myself Friday. I wasn't paying attention. You know, I was in a position in SPY. Thing was gave up the profit that I did not take. I was just ready to bash myself. And it wasn't because I don't know how to take profit. It was because I didn't pay attention. I took off from the computer for like an hour, came back, and I was like, you mother donkey, what are you doing, buddy? It was a bad call, man. So, you know, I got out about even. It's ridiculous. Literally. Lost in the intraday trade. Lost like $500, man. Stupid. Real dumb. But, you know, you learn, you live. That's why I tell people, don't even go to the bathroom. Get a 5-gallon bucket, put it next to you. Because it doesn't take more than a couple 3-6 minute candles and you can get trashed, man. You got to take your profits. Got to take your profits.
Yeah. Got to not leave open positions while you're away from the station.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. 100%. You get into such a rhythm, then you're like, oh, what's that? You know, and then is what happened. I didn't plan on taking off for more than 5 minutes, right? But I got out, boom. Then I had to address other things. Before you know it, then you're swamped with that. Forgot about that. By the time I get back, and trust me, I was scooting too. I was like, oh shit, my trades. And I was like, yep, there you go. There you go. Didn't take it. You silly donkey. Literally, when I left, I was in the profit. I should have just snapped it off. But I was like, you know, I was walking out the door for 5 minutes. It turned into an hour. Problems. What I did notice in crypto yesterday, yeah, BTC's moving, but Solana really ripped. Sol really ripped. You pop over here. It was definitely leading the market. It was up over 10%, I think. Something like that. It took couple quick little peaks. I mean, and on Sunday, you got a wick right to the 99.7 Laplace distribution range. pulled back to the top side of the 95.4, bounces from there, comes back down to the 4 hour, right? Look, got a new 4 hour candle. What's it come down to? The 95.4 Laplace on the 4 hour. Then it pumps right back up to where? Third standard deviation right before the close, about an hour before the close. Sent a couple wicks right into the third standard deviation, pulled back right to the top side of where? Third resistance level on the daily volatility range. Right there. What else was up here? Top of the daily volatility range. All right, that's a red line right there. That was the top of it. Great move for Sol. And then it's already ran a 1SD move today. Pulled back to the bottom side of the 68.3. Here we are. Now, here's the issue. I just wanted to show that. Let's go back to BTC. Whoops. Did I just put you on Cardano? Yeah, it's all good. Cardano's running too. Cardano. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Man, why you keep scaling me like that? Why you keep doing me like that, Bitcoin? We got some ranges. Talked about it Friday. New weekly, new monthly. Here's the top of the monthly right here. Has it been tested? Nope. Sure hasn't. I mean, it was within about $250. Look, I've seen monthly ranges get that close, and hey, man, it's all good. Run. But they love to get into these ranges. So yeah, don't get too excited yet. Don't get too excited yet, because here's the weekly range. Let me see. Top side of the weekly. That right here. Right at the 1SD to the downside. Do I think this is going to hit? Probably pretty soon. Let me see something real quick. Traditional. Let me look at Dixie. Oh, wow. Hello. That's a little bit of a different look than I saw earlier. And look at Bitcoin being resilient as hell. Guarantee you gold is just falling off a cliff. What do we say? What do we say at Alpha Trading? I still see people jockeying gold. Well, gold for just as long as anybody can remember. It's always had value, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man. It's all good. We're in a digital age now. Obviously, there's an issue with gold. Bitcoin is pumping with the dollar. Gold is just selling off. Is that people selling gold, buying Bitcoin? I'm sure some people are diversifying, putting a little Bitcoin in their portfolio. At this point, what? How many years later? 13 years later, you still getting gaslighted about Bitcoin? If you are, you're silly. You need just smacked or something's wrong with you. I don't know. Wake up, man. Wake up. Yeah, let me throw a good morning in the chat over here. What are we doing?
15th anniversary of Bitcoin is at the end of this month. The white paper release.
It's the white paper, yeah.
Yeah, on October 31st, November 1st, whatever.
Halloween.
Yep.
Halloween.
Well, depending on the actual time zone that it was released, based on who Satoshi, where it was, and where he was, or she, or it, or they, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that, at the end of this month, basically, it'll be 15 years.
Nice. In the dollar, huh? Yep. Find support. Let's look at these ranges, though, right? Let's look at the ranges. You know what this is right here? This is the weekly range. 0.178 to the top side, 0.175 to the downside. Do we realize how tight this weekly range is on the dollar? Oh boy, this thing is going to fly around, man. I mean, fly around. Let me see this new monthly. I think that's the top side right there. Let me scale this down a little bit. Yep. Here's the top side of the monthly, right? Dollar hasn't even tested the top side of its monthly range. Here's the issue, though. I wanted to see that real quick. So Bitcoin, yeah, man. Here's what I'm looking at, too. Bitcoin. We got mean reversion, number one. Here's the 30 power mean, sitting at it right now, literally on the weekly. Here's the low length RMLR, set at an 11. It's right about 29K. You turn on the 30. Boop. We're up here at about 31.7. 31.7, something in that area. Without testing these ranges, though, we got to be careful. The fact that dollar hasn't either, this is going to be wild. I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin and the dollar could run together. Really could. You could see when the dollar pulls back to test its range, or vice versa, Bitcoin pulls back to test its range. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the other one do exactly the same. Right? If the dollar falls down a little bit, you're going to see gold pump up. They are definitely negatively correlated. There's no doubt about it. I don't even have to look at the correlation chart. You can just look at the data sets. Very interesting. What are we going to do here? It's on a weekly. Let me look at the daily real quick. All right, so the low length, they're at the 2 SD band, 1 SD move. We just showed that on the RMLR, and it's actually at the 2 SD band. Around the RMLR is where, let me see here. Yeah, 1 SD. 1 SD on the daily, right at the daily second standard deviation band around that RMLR. Where's this 30 at? Almost at the 2 SD band as well. Nice. Bounced right off of the RMLR, or the 30 power mean too. Good stuff. Good stuff. And this is a continuous market, so we can kind of get a little. Let me see here. Man, these reads are acting funny though. Let me see something. Yeah, that's why. Got to override continuous market protection on. We're not on there. Come on, get that off so we can get the real reads here. There we go. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. And that's on the daily. Let me check this weekly. What am I looking for? Just crosses and stuff. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, Bitcoin. I could definitely see Bitcoin. Do I think it's going to test those lower ranges today? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think tomorrow's, I think, let me see. If it can hang up here and open up next week's candle above this RMLR, we could really see a movement. We could, wow, 37, huh? 37. What do we got? The weekly at 34,679 is reverse Fisher. Top side of the power mean band's at 29,632. Let me see. 29,632. This thing could easily run to the top side of the power mean band on the weekly. Look at the 5-day. We already got pattern traders squeaking their boots. I'm sure. Everybody trying to pattern trade. You silly people. Just go get some coloring books, man. Take it out on coloring books. Stop with the charts already. Let me see. You got to realize you're drawing patterns on random data sets. I mean, what are you doing? How do you know they're random? I told you I woke up and chose violence. We don't even need the alpha trading GPT bot today. Let me see. Boy, that 5-day candle, man. Goodness gracious. Shot right through all the log MAs. Man, this thing's on a mission. 29.4. Yeah, 29,366. Top the power mean band. Look at the 3-day. Wait, whoa. What did I just say? Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah, and wave trend just as soon as wave trend really crossed up Fisher here, man, the thing took off. Love it. Here we go. What's a wave trend? 27.2 in the 3-day. Let me put this back on Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, let's go to Coinbase. When you get a new weekly open, like the first couple of days, it gives a bad read, man. You got to go to one of the individual exchanges. Go to a weekly, go look at the index, and then go look at Coinbase. You'll see what I mean. This new weekly candle, yeah, on the index. You'll see it. Let's see. What did I say that was? 27.2. What's the center of the weekly? 27.3. Bottom side's 27. We got this monthly looming. Where are you? Where are you, little pup? What was that? What was that monthly at? There it is. 26.7. $26.7. 5-day reverse wave trend. Hi, girl. What do you want out? Let me let this dog out. You got it, buddy. Come on. Come on. So, yeah, it's a good little match there. Go. So, reverse wave trend on the 5-day is pretty much top of the monthly range that has not been tested yet. It's been within about $220, if I remember correctly. I was looking at it, man. I got up early. Jesus. It's what happens when you're old and you go to bed at 9 o'clock after screaming at a football game all day. I slept like a rock, too. I think I woke up at 5. Usually I'm up about 6. I was an hour earlier. Well, I like that because you do have a wave trend above Fisher. So It's tough because it got within 200 bucks of that. You know what's great? We're going to find out. Going to find out. That's what the workflow is for. Look at this volatility, though, on the 5-day. 2,400 still low. I mean, even with this volatility pump right here, right, with the dump out. Yeah, man. This is what people don't realize. Even the 981 barely expanded. That was just a low-length volatility rip. All you shorts that got liquidated, you pretty much deserve it. Because you don't use the VEPS. You're using lagging information. You got no clue what's happening here. That's unfortunate. Maybe at some point you'll come get some free information from Alpha Trading instead of watching all these goofy YouTubers. There we go. There's a little bit of a top there. So we hit the top side of the power mean band on the 2-day. What's the bottom side of the power mean band? No. I'm looking for 20. You know what? Boy, is it going to stave off this freaking cross? Because you can see wave trend was trying to cross down Fisher, man. This pump right to the top side of the power mean band. Now look, you got reverse wave trend right at the top of the monthly range, about $100 above it. Let's continue with this. Let me see here. What's a daily look like? 29,155. Gotcha. 26.9. It's a little bit below. Top of the monthly. Maybe 27.4. That's about where we got on a little bit of a test it tried to do. Those bulls are running wild. Didn't even give it a chance. See the 4-hour. This thing's going to be way out of bounds. Personal foul. Speaking of personal fouls, man, the way that freaking football game started out yesterday, just insane. We're down 20-0 in like first half. And what just happened? I'll tell you what happened. Yeah, personal foul. Our defense has them stop. We get a personal foul. Continues to drive. They go down, score. Set their second possession. Another personal foul. We had their drive stop, but we got a personal foul on third down. They go down and drive, score another touchdown. Then Anthony Richardson's running. He's about to score a touchdown. They strip the ball from him. So there's a turnover. They go down, kick a field goal. I was just like, what is happening right now? Then we came out strong, man. Forced overtime. Got a bright future. Just had to get that off my chest. Go AR. Let's go, baby. We haven't had a quarterback since Andrew Luck. It's been very depressing. 27K reverse wave trend. That's on the 4-hour. Top side of the power mean band is right at the monthly range. If you're in a Bitcoin long right now and you haven't taken your profit, man, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see if there's some div setting up. Wow. No. I mean, the only div that's setting up is Hidden Bull. What about the daily? Let's take a peek here. No divergence, man. No divergence. This thing could run to 29K easy before we get a pullback. That's what I'm seeing. Got no div.
People on TradingView.
Jesus.
People on TradingView. Last night we were saying in the Discord, say, hey, take your profit, right? So you would have known ahead of time too. So.
Oh yeah.
Join the Discord. Trust me, it helps.
It does help, especially when you get a bunch of people using the VEPS all agreeing on something. You're like, hey man, this is probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. It's always a good idea to take profit. Always.
It's a good idea to join the Discord because
sure.
Now we won't give signals, right? Because market's random, but generally, advice given is advice worth seeking, right? Or however the saying goes.
Yes.
There's good advice in the Discord on a daily basis.
I'm trying to load this account real quick. Let me see what we got. Oh yeah. This account would look normal because I would have drained it. But it's drained right now because I didn't take that profit, you little dirty rock. That drives me nuts too, man. Something like that happens. So I preach it all the time. And that's why people are like, oh, this guy says, don't ever leave an open trade. Blah, blah, blah. Don't walk away from your desk. Yeah, man, there's a reason why. I'm telling you, it will bite you in the ass, man. It's almost like they're just waiting. It's crazy. You're just one little trader. Just seems like that's the way it plays out, man. You ignore a trade you're in, and it's usually not going to end up good. Got here. So I'm spying. Well, Nike really resilient, man. What did it close up? Up above, right at 96, pretty much. After that big earnings play. Big earnings play. UPM, really? Not going to populate on the 90-minute, huh? Here, I'm going to trick you. Here's where the div starts, all right? 90-minute. Starting to set up a lot of bear. A lot of bear div. And the variance is coming down negatively correlated. So, yeah, man, this thing's just rising. Hell, it's still trending. Still in a light trend to the top side. Let's see here. Yeah, the next variance expansion here on the 90-minute could be negatively correlated. 27.3. There you go. 90-minute reverse wave trend. Pretty much top, little bit over the top side of the monthly volatility range. That's the one I'd really like to see get tested because the weekly's above that. That weekly will get fully engulfed. You test the top of the monthly. But then what are you? You're in between the monthly and the weekly. Not a good space, man. You can get trapped in there all week. I'm not kidding. I think it just fly around in there. Yeah, we're going to have to see on the 90-minute what happens here when it gets to the zero mean. Plus, right? Market opens in 8 minutes too, so it's at 27.5. What's Fisher? Boom. And so if the 90-minute reverse wave trend's top of the monthly range, you got reverse Fisher on the 45. It's dead at the monthly range. It's like 27.2 on the nose. Bear div, man. A lot of bear div setting up. Wow. Look at these Z scores, man. When that thing popped, that 45-minute candle, we already saw it, though. That was literally a 15-minute candle. Hell, it might have been a 5-minute candle. Algo's hard at work, ripping Bitcoin. Let's go. Yep, so 45, 90, 45. Sure, the 33, too. Yep, actually. Yeah, it's still setting up. There's still a bear div, man. You see, but it's set up a little hidden bull right there for this latest little pump. Yeah, there's bear div cooking on all these time frames, 90-minute and below. Let's see what the 15's doing. We had some hidden bull here, but kind of sputtered out. It got above the zero mean, just kind of sputtered out, dropped back below on what? Was it? No, lower highs, man. No bear div right up there. Jeez. This is even clean from here to here. You'd have to go all the way back. Wow, what I'm seeing, this is really, I wouldn't be comfortable in getting into position the top side or the downside right now. I'd be scalping the 1 minute. Little moves. As far as getting in like a daily intraday trade, right? Trying to ride that thing. No, man. I'd be down here scalping the 1 minute all day long. Really, the 9 minutes not even going to populate. Trading view, come on, baby. Let's see here. Need these power mean bands populate, man. There we go. Oh boy, flip bullish again. She flip bullish again. Time is it 25 after? Yeah, we'll give this about 25 minutes. Pop back over on Dixie. See what Dixie's doing. Staying right up there.
Dixie's in a fun spot right now too.
Let's see here. Yeah, and it's got those untested ranges as well, so. Where are you? There you are. Yep, right down here, man. because the weekly has definitely been tested. And with that tight of a weekly range, Dixie's going to be flying around. So we're sitting at the 1 SD right now, a few minutes before market open.
And that weekly, right? It's you'd have to actually zoom in to just see the middle of it, right? That's actually like three lines.
Oh yeah,
on the dots, right?
Yeah, 100%, man.
So
super. I'll be honest right now. I have never seen a Dixie weekly range be this tight. It can't get any tighter. I mean, for crying out loud, look how tight this thing is.
It's a 0.003.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Trend central. This thing's going to be booking around all week. But you got to take it day by day. Fairly tight daily range, not very big. We're already seeing the effects right now. So is this thing Dixie gonna run up doing 95.4? Second standard deviation? Little move? Sure could. Here's the first weekly resistance level though it's gonna come into contact with. Just got the new 4-hour candle. Half hour ago, right? Let me make sure. This thing's been flipping around lately. Yes, indeed. So what would that be at? Right now, you're inside the 68.3 Laplace on the 4-hour. Got the 95.4 up here, second standard deviation. They're both right below the dailies. Just a little bit. Come on. There you go. One little chunk at a time. So to do it during this 4-hour candle, you're going to have to blow out this 95.4% probability range here between normal and Laplace distribution. Then you can get to the dailies. And usually we see, I mean, if you're talking about a daily time frame, these are usually tops and bottoms, man. Usually. Why do I say that? Because there's a 95.4% chance it says that's true. What am I going to do? Go 4.6%? Absolutely not. If Bitcoin right now was hanging around the daily up here, am I going to long Bitcoin? Absolutely not. Is there going to be some people out there? Sure. They probably don't have the distribution levels. Why would you go against that probability, man? It's just ridiculous. It's a good way to lose money. I'm not saying it can't get by it. There is a probability that it can. But,
I mean, even if you're in the investing space, right? If you're in the investing space, you're on the other side of the coin, right? You can wait like 4 hours, right, and get a better deal.
Yeah, 100%. All right. One thing we haven't looked at, but the market's open in a minute. As soon as after this market opens, I want to see where SPY's ranges are. This is going to be fun. Let's just click on it right now. Pre-market's down a little bit. Well, of course it is. And you know what? I said I was going to come here and get a little pre-look here on where these ranges are going to be. It's a little late. Got much. This thing's about to open. So, but here's last week's. You're about to. Oh my goodness. Dealing with this right here, huh? Yeah, man, this looks like it's going to be opening up below the weekly range or right at it, man. It's so close. This is going to open up probably in the weekly range. Where at, though? And where is the monthly going to be? I would have to throw this on a 4-hour, and we're about to find out. Look at the tight weekly range on SPY, and it did, just like I just said. We opened up below it. So you got Dixie and SPY weekly range. You got this tight weekly range below the bottom of the monthly. Here's the bottom of the monthly. Here's the center of the monthly. Oh boy. What you gonna do, SPY? You gonna come down to the daily 68.3 Laplace right here? The weekly range gapped right from it, man. Literally. Look, this is what's so funny. Look where this weekly opened up. Look where the market closed on Friday. After all this, all last week, right? It just happens. You think it just happens the last 15-minute candle of the day? Do you think it just happens to close there? With that tight of a range, you close inside that tight range. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Meanwhile, 99.7% of people out there, probably 99.9%, are using lagging indicators. Drives us crazy, man. It really does. When we have this information and people are just like, they'd rather follow these goofy YouTubers around because they think they know how to trade. It's hilarious, man. They are some of the worst traders. Most of them don't trade. But they're living this lifestyle. Yeah, because you're paying them. What are you paying them? What are you buying from them? You hitting those affiliate links? You going on? You getting on ramped on their exchanges? You know how much they get paid to do that? Especially the big YouTubers. They're getting tens of thousands of views. It's crazy, man. They're getting paid. That's how they make money. I'm sure they all just are disgusted with me telling their dirty little secret. But that's what it's all about, man. We're real traders here. We're not BSers. You're not going to find any affiliate links. You're not, especially to leveraged exchanges and cryptocurrency, for God's sakes. We're going to teach you how to not use leverage. We're going to teach you how to low time frame volatility scalp whatever hell market you want to trade. That's how you build a portfolio. Or not. Well, let's go back. That's how you build your bank account. Let's put it that way. We're not talking about a stock portfolio or options portfolio, anything like that. We're talking about making money. And if you're swing trading volatility, I wonder why you're not making it. You wonder why you're getting liquidated. All you shorts that got liquidated, what are you doing, man? Especially when that thing started dropping. Why not just get out of the position? Why do you just sit there and wait till it hits your stop loss or wait till you get liquidated? Because you know why moves like that happen, right? This move to the top side, they're just chewing you shorts up. You're just liquidity for the high frequency trading firms, right? You think that pump? You think that was Michael Saylor buying Bitcoin? No, man. Those are the algos just ripping. Let's see what. Yeah, you're going right. This weekly range, you talk about a magnet. That's why Dixie too. So you got Dixie and SPY right around these tight weekly ranges. Jiminy Christmas, man. This is going to be a toughie. This week's going to be wild. This week is going to be wild. Get your pet monkey, start throwing darts. No, I'm just kidding. If you're using traditional TA, get your dartboard out. Because if you're trying to figure out what's going to happen in these markets using traditional TA, you're just wasting brain power. You really are. You're wasting your time looking at those charts. They are not going to give you good information. They're going to give you lagging information because all those indicators are built on price. They're not built on the returns. You're not getting the distribution levels that populate every 4 hour, every daily, at least on my chart. Guys, the distribution levels, they populate on every 30-second time frame, right? Every 30-second candle has got all these distribution levels. This is why the high frequency trading firms are so just, right? People are like, man, this looks almost, it is. They know where these levels are at. You don't think they use that? Oh my goodness. They do. They do. I don't care what time frame. You run a 30-second candle up to the 99.7 Laplace distribution range. During that candle, that is a top. 30 seconds goes pretty fast though, right? And what else is that telling you? That can tell you continuation. How do you know if it's going to be continuation? Are you trending? What's the entropy indicator telling you? Is the volatility already expanded at 100%? Is it going to contract negatively correlated now? And are you going to continue to walk up? Or is the correlation not breaking? You're going to come back positively correlated and the price action is going to walk down. So much goes into this. But when you get it down and you know what to look for, it's pretty fun. It's pretty freaking fun. This is what, if you're not using the VEPS, you're just, man, you don't know any of that. And it's just, yeah, it's a little disheartening to see people lose money. What was that? How much? What were those liquidations? Yeah, 80, hell, it just grew a little bit. 88.67 million shorts got liquidated. And then what did I tell you? So you see moves like that to the top side, and then you see that 20.74 million longs got liquidated. And so in your mind, you're like, how in the hell did longs get liquidated? BTC did nothing but went up. Man, it pulled back like 3 times. And when you're over leveraged, you're wrecked. You're done. That's these. I don't get it, man. I really don't. Happened to me one time in the early days. Oh, what's this leverage? You think the exchange wants you to make money? Do you understand why you have the opportunity to use that leverage? Because, oh my God, you might as well just give them your account. That's why they give you leverage, because they're going to get it in the end, man. They're going to get it in the end. Why do you think when you go into a casino, especially if you're a whale, right? And a lot of them are goof asses. Why do you think that the pit boss will drop another freaking tray of chips on them, right? Front them more money. The big whales, they don't have to ask. They'll have it ready, man. Oh, you need 100K? Here you go. No problem. Here you go. Dude, it's ridiculous. Because at that point, that gambler is on full tilt, man. Full tilt. They're going to get all that and more. They're going to just continue to grind. But what's in the gambler's head? I'm going to get it all back. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. When I go to a casino to gamble, I'm not going to make money. I'm going to have a good time. Really. Now, if I leave up, hey, I'm like, hey, paid for the trip. Isn't that fun? I'm going to just have fun, man. It's a good environment. You meet cool people. Free drinks. Fun stuff, man. So anyway, let's get back on SPY over here. See what's happening. Right to the weekly range. Right to the weekly range. Right to the weekly range. Let me go into these 0 DTs, man. Let's see what we got working. So top side expected move. What is the expected move? Plus or minus 2. We got about 429.5 top side, 425.5 to the bottom side. 425.5 to the bottom side. Gotcha. What do we have here? Pull this up. We got down here at the 1SDs. I'm just looking at the 1SDs real quick. Got about 424. And top side 430. And of course, they're, what did I say? 424. They've got their 1SD to the downside about 422.5. I can't wait till one day I see these change. I really can't. Hopefully at some point somebody's going to, hey man, maybe you should watch this video. These guys are saying your math's off. And then here's the funny thing too. Then you look at the data set throughout the day. Say SPY ran up right now and just rejected perfectly off the 1SD. It wouldn't be doing that on Tasty's site, right? Wouldn't be doing that. Tasty, the top side's 431.5. It's a whole point higher. Whole point higher. So how are you supposed to use the distribution levels in any way at all if they're not right? Ours are right. They hit all the time, man. They hit all the time. And that's what we noticed in the beginning days. People are trying to make these expected moves, standard deviations, the Laplace distribution. It wasn't hitting. One guy's was. It's like, what the hell? How does he got it? It's in the math, man. It's in the math. Don't ask me. That's why I just fly the plane. Right? I just fly the plane. So this thing's busting through this daily. Or a weekly range. Here's the daily, which kind of makes sense. Got to get this daily range tested. Top side's right at the top side of the 68.3. Like right now, with what Dixie's doing, I'm not interested in buying any calls in SPY. Absolutely not. I'm just not. I'd rather not get in a trade at all than buy a call. I mean, obviously the market's been open 10 minutes, but Dixie looks strong. But just like Bitcoin, Dixie has a range to test. So at any time, if Dixie falls off, that's what you'll see SPY probably pump. You'll see gold pump. I would imagine if Dixie pulls back, Bitcoin's going to pull back with Dixie. I can see it happening. They've been running together. They were running together last week. Yep, they sure have been. Let's see. We got 424, 422.
But if Dixie does tumble, though, I mean, she's not there to the point where she could tumble, I don't think. But if she gets up there, to that 2SD, hey, I'm looking at a 1SD move on SPY call side, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just taking a day. I'm not even taking a day at a time. I'm taking like 15 minutes at a time. See what it does, right? Feel it out. See where we're going. It's just how you got to do it.
yeah, because at some point, Spies Monthly will get tested. Spies Monthly will get tested. And the bottom side's at about 431. Is that going to change? No, no. The deviation levels definitely with a volatile move, the deviation levels will definitely change up a little bit. These volatility ranges, they are solid. They are not going to move. So we got 431 at some point. Will that monthly range get tested? Yeah. The last day it dropped right through it. But then, like I said, I mean, people that don't think these ranges are valuable, are legit. You got a new weekly open in the data set on Friday, closed right at the center of a daily range that is only 13 cents wide. 13 cents wide, man. I mean, come on. You happen to close right in it. That's what I keep saying. Do we think that was just happenstance? Is it just a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. These algos know exactly where all this shit is at. Yeah, I just piled it all together, called it shit. It's good shit, though. I just saw a funny meme. Some mom was having a bad day or something. And daughter walked up and said, "Mommy, I love you. Here's a rock." As a present, so gives her a rock, and then she's like, and then I looked at the rock, and it was a cat turd. Pretty funny. Pretty freaking funny, man. So, and the bad day continued. Thanks, honey, for the cat turd. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, that's why we focus a lot in this channel on education and pointing out things like this. So if you're watching on TradingView, you can start to go, well, my shit doesn't do that. It's like, it's not gonna, man. Now look, is your yellow 21 exponential moving average, is it gonna hit every once in a while? When it does, put it in the chat. Give me a number. I'll show you what it hit. That thing just happened to be there. It's lagging, man. It's a lagging indicator. It just is. It just is. You need leading information, not indicators built on price action, because you're in a random market too. You gotta know about the returns. Gotta know where the deviation levels are, the probabilities, man. Because the behemoth you're up against when you're trading knows. So there's that. There is that. Let's see here. Anything running? Oh, wow. God, silver, man. Silver's just... Well, that's because people freak, right? Because all these little silver shills out there, and there are a shitload of them that probably got massive bags. And so they're going to be, hey, silver's a good buy. Silver's a good buy. That's why. And then it starts going down. Everybody panic sells, man, and freaks out and sells their silver. It's ridiculous. Silver's way worse than gold. I mean, silver's down 3%. Gold's down what? 0.6? Let's look at this train wreck. Oh my gosh. Ugly. But you got all these macro ranges up here, man. Yep. Let me see something. Where is... Okay, where'd that new weekly? There's the top. There's a pile. Yep. So here's the center of the weekly is right at the center. No. It's center of the weekly. It's right at the... Is that third standard deviation? Second. No, it's the third. Yeah, you got the 99.7 Laplace up here by the fourth. Yep, that's right. So you got third standard deviation. That is the center of the weekly range. Then you got the monthly range. Let me see. There's a first support level. So you got center of the monthly here. I'm looking. Yeah, I mean, when you get everything piled together like this, it's hard. There's the bottom of the monthly right here. So when it comes to the macro ranges, the bottom of the monthly's first. And you actually silver, you got a weekly above the monthly. You can get the hell out of this hole down here and get back up on top. Problem is a Dixie, man. The Dixie runs. There's a sell-off happening now. Holy crap. No silver. How about an oil sell-off? How about that? Stick it to these cartels, man. Everybody talks about all the cartels in Mexico. Hey, man, this is the real cartel. The oil cartel. They are the real criminals. Let me see here. Apple up. Amazon up. Let's see. Coinbase. Of course, Coinbase is going to be ripping. Tied to Bitcoin, man. Tied to Bitcoin. That's why if you like playing stocks, you like playing crypto, dude, you got to be looking at it. I mean, it's a no freaking brainer. If you would have seen, like, if you knew because you were using the VEPS, Bitcoin was going on a run, right? Maybe you're looking at it Friday before the market closes, and you get in some Coinbase calls. I mean, dude, it's a no brainer. No brainer, that thing. Yeah, it looks like all the FANG stocks are. I mean, you got Google up, Meta up. For how long? No, man. Nvidia's up 2%. And do I think this stock market is a freaking just nasty little bubble? It is, man. This economy with everything else. Woo! That's why, man. What do? Yeah, I mean, you hear us predominantly talk about a lot of the stock market, but do I have a stock portfolio? Nope, don't own one, man. Don't own one stock. Trade them intraday, right? Trade it intraday. What do I do with the profits? Buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin for the future. Oh, wow, yeah, man. Freaking yields are up big time. Damn, got the 5-year over the 10. Futures are up. Wheat, rice, corn, soy. Yeah, soy's horrible for people. Jesus, especially for you boys out there. Stop eating the soy, man. You wonder why you're a soy boy. There you go. You're eating soy. Literally kills your testosterone. And it's all genetically modified, 90% of it. Hell, probably 100% of it at this point. But so is the wheat, so is the rice, so is the corn. It's all genetically modified. Oh, yeah, let me check this chart. Dude, want to look at US 30 last week. Can't remember his name. You pop back in, man. We'll check the US 30 for you. Oh, yeah, Nike pulled back quick. Down, crushy. There we go. Yeah, Dixie's still running. Dixie runs, man. Right, crush this market. Things are already flipping. Let's see here. What's copper doing? 3.66. Bad. There it goes. Silver just dropping, man. Interesting. Okay, Dixie. Let's check you out. Now I'm looking at daily volatility ranges, right? Because it got right into the meat of it. And if it comes to that 4-hour candle, let's see, we got the new 4-hour opened up here, checked it off to 68.3, went down to almost a 95 for Laplace, kind of floated down, popped from there, and it was in the daily range, so bravo. We just got this new 4-hour candle. I mean, you're just getting through the top side of the 68.3. There's a first standard deviation, that little skinny blue line right there. And then this tight volatility range, right? We already talked about it. There's the first resistance level. 106.838. That's the first resistance level. And that is there's the first on the daily. Yeah, first daily, second daily. Wow, that's a pretty big range, man. Where's the third? Third's up there by the second standard deviation and 95 for Laplace. So that's what I'm kind of looking for is the top in Dixie. And there's the top of the daily range. Right? And that is actually 4-hour 99.7 Laplace distribution range. Hell, Dixie could run all the way up to there and then pull back. So by the end of the day, by the daily close on Dixie, there's a 95.4% chance it's not going to close above like 107. It's right there. They're both right there pretty much. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, 107.017, 0.918 for, no, there it is. 0.990 for the second standard deviation. Got a tight little range here. But when you see a tight weekly volatility range like this, these are even more important. These resistance and support levels, which how big of a range do we got? What do we got? 106.8 to the top, 105, about 1.3 points. 1.3 points between those. 1.3. So spine, take a peeky here. Yeah, giving up that whole first candle, huh? Well, I mean, yeah, you pretty much, yeah, you test, you go right through the weekly, send a wick right up towards the daily. Is that close enough for a test? Absolutely, especially when it shows it, right? When you actually make a move towards one of these ranges and get that close, those are the tests I like. Those are the tests I like. If it's just going sideways, yeah, man, you got to really, the data set's got to show that it was going for it, right? It was going to go test it, which has been done in my opinion. I mean, this thing could, Dixie continues to climb. You'd see everything turning around. You know what? Let's look at a couple of these. Let's look at apples. Big 15-minute candle, almost to, is that close enough as for a test of the monthly? Went right through the weekly. Now you're sitting right on top of the daily 68.3 Laplace. But you got a monthly, you look, a weekly range below a monthly range. Now you're above that weekly. Here's the bottom of the monthly. I mean, this is like nice little trap right here, man. You get stuck in between this monthly and weekly, could be really boring. So that's Apple. Probably going to see this a lot. See Amazon's. Same thing, man. Same thing. Amazon's weekly's a little tighter. We're in right to the first resistance level on the daily volatility range. Here's the bottom of the monthly. This is screwball central right now. If you're trying to get into an intraday trade with any of these, good luck. This thing could go either direction. Even with and I'm taking Dixie out of the equation here just because of where the data sets are, man. Because the bulls are going to be at these weekly ranges below, but then you got the monthly on the top side. The bears will be up here, and that is tight. The battle royale. There's some WWE magic going on. Let's look at Coinbase. Boop. Gimme. Oof. Wow, Coinbase pre-market literally gapped up above both ranges. Well, it opened, or it closed above the weekly. God, is that close enough? Yeah, man, this thing will come flying down. But we already know where Bitcoin needs to get down to about 27.2. 27.2 would be a good retest of those ranges. Coinbase too. I mean, you can see this thing drop 3 points real fast. Let's see what happens at the center of the monthly. There will be, once you get above this, the bulls are going to try to set up shop and keep this up. But I'm telling you, the sell pressure is going to be tremendous to get this thing back down to the weekly. You don't want that to loom too long. And this is one of the main reasons why everybody, I mean, if anything, maybe 2 days, right? Because some of these stocks, you don't have 0 DT options on them. So you always do it for tomorrow. 2 days out. But the way all these volatility ranges are set up, this could be the week where some defined or some iron condors and stuff. There's some nice defined ranges set up right now. Especially like for a close tomorrow. I'm almost talking myself into this. There's so many of these assets that are like this. Your win rate will probably be pretty high. Especially if you go farther out. So look, we got the weekly and the monthly. Hell, you could probably, there's the monthly. Now, I'm not going to go all the way up to the first resistance level on the monthly, but I would play it probably the first support and first resistance of the new weekly. So let's see here. Here is the first support. Got about 70.6. Top side, though, God, this is going to be hard to find. Is this it right under here? You're already above it? Yeah, I'd have to take that back. Plus, man, these data sets are in the way. I can't see where it's at. Let me see. Is it right there? That might be it right up under here. That's a little tight. I'd probably push it. Is that the second? Let me see if I can find the third here. See if there's another one above it. There is. If that is the top of the weekly, let me see. Is there another one? This will be a little easier to find. Yeah, man, that's the top of the weekly. Wow, that is tight too. Holy crap! For as tight of a range that is. So you got the top of the weekly at about 86.39 for Coinbase. 86.39. I'll tell you what, man, you could probably span this whole weekly range. And if you're talking about, that's what I've sent an email before, but it's like just probably goes right to the trash bin. Talking to these guys at Tasty Trade because they love their strangles. They love all the distribution. Well, you'd really like the weekly volatility range. You get into weekly expiration and just sell a strangle, right? Go outside of it a little bit. So you'd be selling like the 87 call. Let's see here. Where's the bottom? So you sell an 87 call. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to see what it would be. See how much it costs us. Let me get over here on the account real quick. Coinbase up. Come here. Come here. Where are you? Coinbase. Okay. So what did I say? Weekly expiration. There it is. The 6th. Whoops. So I'm talking about selling an 86 call, correct? Yeah. Boop. Whoops. No, you're not buying, Goofy. You're selling 86. There we go. And that's what. Damn, only 26 cents. Guys, hell, I might even just get in this trade just for shits and giggles. Prove my point. Let me scoot this up. Here's the bottom of the weekly. Is that you right there? There it is right there. Let's say 63. Sell a 63, put, which are 3 cents. Man, this is going to be a cheap trade, really. Tell you what, man, for a strangle, ain't bad. I mean, it's going to cost you $3,500 in it's just not there, man. That's the problem. You got to put these out like 45 to 60 days. That premium's just jacked. You'd have to pull this in so tight, but with a tight weekly range in the month, it's just not worth it. There's no profit there. It's embarrassing low. Guys, $32 in profit. Max loss infinite. And you're putting up 3,500. Does that sound like a good trade to anybody? Hell, you might as well go 100x on Bitcoin. That's brutal. Let me change this up a little bit. See what an iron condor gives. A little better, but it's just still not there, man. Still not there. Push this out to the expected move for the weekly close. Let me see here. Boom. That's actually what at their first standard deviation for the weekly, which I don't know how they calculate all this. There's a 60% probability of profit, but yeah, it's just not there. Coinbase is not giving anything up. No, well, that's why. Like I'm either getting into positions 45 to 60 days out, or I'm trading intraday, and I'm buying premium intraday. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I got a creeping dog, I hear. Let's go look at. Remember last week, CarMax got nuked. Let's see, Zuckbucks. Old Zuckbucks. Well, alrighty then. Another tight weekly range. We got a lot of tight weekly ranges. The market's going to be wild this week. Come on, girl. Yeah. You know what? I forgot too. I got to go out here real quick. Get this dog off the leash. I'll be right back.
It's the quiet ones you gotta watch.
Hi, girl. He woke me up in the middle of the night wanting to go run. Wouldn't let him out. So this morning I had to put him on a leash. He was trying to run across the street. So I just let him off. Where do you think he ran to? I mean, just on a dart. Straight across. I'm like, great. You little monkey dog.
We've
And so let's see how this plays out. We
Hello,
will indeed.
this is ChatGPT.
Yeah, let's hear something.
Step right up. Step right up. Come see the greatest show on earth. The show where traders get wrecked. The show lagging indicators dance for your amusement. The show is green. That's right, folks. It's the traditional clown show. Here we have the price action indicator, most popular lagging indicator of all. It's like trying to tame a lion without knowing anything about how lions behave. You're just going to get mauled. And here we have the EMA and SMA indicators. They're like two old ladies gossiping about the market. They're always lagging behind, and they're never right. Then we have the Fibonacci retracement levels. They're like a magic 8-ball. You can ask them anything, and they'll give you a random answer. What about a clown show? How would that be without wedges, channels, support and resistance, flags, M patterns, and W patterns? These indicators are all just silly nonsense that we need you doing. But don't worry, folks. If you're consistently losing money and you like losing money, then this is the show for you. We have all the cheap peanuts and very expensive lagging indicators you ever want. Now, some people might tell you that you should be using math-based concepts like the mean, return, mean reversion, distribution, random walk, trending move, volatility correlated to the price action, standard deviation over variance, divergence of the returns and the price action, z-score, normal distribution, Laplace distribution, and entropy. But don't listen to those people. They're just trying to ruin your fun. Lagging indicators are the way to go. They're the best way to consistently get wrecked. So come on down to the traditional technical analysis clown show. We're the only show in town where you can lose money consistently and have fun doing it. And to all the people who are consistently losing money, now say this: you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. But if you're serious about profitable trader, then you need to learn how to use volatility, entropy, probabilities, and statistics. That's where the alpha trading VEPS information comes in. The VEPS information is the secret of the winning traders. It's the information that allows you to stay ahead of the market and make it. But don't, folks, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand the VEPS information. Alpha trading offers free where you can learn everything you need to know. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Alpha VEPS Information Show. It's the only show in town where you can learn how to trade like a winner. The Alpha Trading VEPS Information Show. It's the show to change your trading life. Alpha Trading, a better way to trade, and a better way to have fun at the Trading Clown Show.
Trading Clown Show. Not the Trading Clown Show. It's all right. Well, that daily range definitely got tested now. On SPY. Well, I guess everything's gonna run with Dixie. You gotta love it. Yeehaw! Dollar's in a weird spot though, man. These days aren't like the days of old. I mean, this whole narrative could be turning around soon, right? Where the dollar's not going to have as much as impact as it did before on these markets. But these markets, man, they're just propped up so badly. No sustenance. We will see, man. We will see. Still waiting for the inevitable. This party can't go on forever. This party can't go on forever, but it's sure fun. Southwest Airlines.
As long as this trader is making bad decisions.
Yeah. Yep. What is that? 4 hour 68.3. Didn't quite make it last time. It did this time. Into the daily range, too. There's a reason, though. I mean, you got these monthly ranges up here. Guys, man, these things are going to get tested. They're literal magnets. Does it have to happen on day one? Absolutely not. Does it even have to happen by the end of the first week? No, it's a monthly range. At some point, this thing will get tested. Hell, it could be day one. You never know. It's only at 431, crying out loud. It's only about 3 points, really. So, yeah, interesting times, man. 22. Gotcha. When I say that first support level on the weekly, 22.45. Top side, first resistance. Oh no, that's the yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, this thing is just right in this weekly. Just keeps pulling back right to it. It's real tight. It's right here. Remember, 13 cents. 13 cents. Just pulled back up inside it. Whoop, pop back up, down, up, down, up, down. You can see the price over here, man. There's the weekly right there, 13 cents. Data set's just barely above it. I mean, you get up above it, bulls are going to move right on up. Try to throw this thing up into the monthly range. That's the thing. You see that candle literally closed right below it, popped it right back up. But then it didn't quite get to the daily. Boy, it sure did this time. I'm going to tell you right now, man, this is one of the tougher days. This is one of the toughest opening weeks I've seen in a while. You got these massively tight ranges on the weekly. Telling you, there's going to be a lot of trend. I mean, guys, look at the first 3 15-minute candles. Zip, zip, zip. Backfill. 90. Yeah, oil just been hanging around $90. I want that shit. Let's get $50 barrels. How's that? Finally, I replaced my car. Stoked. Added to the Dodge family. Got one of the new little Hornets. It's a cute little car, man. I like it. About 30 miles to a gallon. Little less than that little Kia. I'll tell you what, that's a lot better, man. I had no idea either. I just wanted a gas miser. So I went with the Kia. Then I get on the road and I'm like, Jesus, man, these things are everywhere. What am I, part of the toaster family now? I was just like, oh, well. You did what you did. I haven't seen one Dodge Hornet on the road except mine. Even at dealership, they're like, yeah, man, these things are brand new. First year. Usually don't try to do that. Let them work the bugs out. But, yeah. It was pretty much built after, God, what company? Alfa Romero or Romero or something. Literally, these Dodge Hornets are built in Italy. That was shocking. I was like, Italy? What? Okay, well, I guess that's a new day and age. Oh, my Charger was assembled in Canada. Or Challenger. Challenger. Did I say Charger? Smack.
Most cars are built in multiple countries, essentially. This is where they're finally assembled that gets the name tag. But yeah.
Where can we pay the workers less? Where can we go?
No, but you need one plant in Japan will make one part, another plant in South Korea will make another part, another plant in Texas will make another part, a plant in Mexico will make another part. It's wherever they put them together that just gets the name tag where it says made in. But they're really made in 5 countries or more. Typically.
I'm gonna have my car company. I'm gonna have them assembled in North Korea. So I can pay everybody a bowl of corn or something.
Then you should have a French company or some other country that works with North Korea.
That's horrible.
Not very many do.
It's so true, though. I mean, that's what these companies do. Hey, man, if we just pay everybody a bowl of rice a day, do you think that'll work? I mean, it's just insane, dude. A lot of workers out there being mistreated. It's a sad damn state of affairs. Sad state of affairs.
I just read about this company, Brownstone. out in San Francisco. They're like a real estate company,
Brownstone.
and they're renting out. They developed some building or some part of a building that has like 28 pods, which is like a 4 foot tall
Oh yeah.
by like 8 foot. It's like a 4 foot square or whatever.
Now the Japanese, right? They modeling this after
like
the Japanese.
It's like the Japanese thing where you sleep basically on a mattress and you share like a living room, a bathroom, a kitchen with like 100 other people on the floor or whatever. And they have like, I don't know, 28 pods or maybe more, whatever, per unit. And they sell them out at $700 a month. And they're all sold out for like long-term, monthly and year contracts.
It's just a place to sleep.
I mean, if you have no other choice, like you need a place to sleep and whatever, but just think about how messed up that is. Like the housing is just so bad that people are literally choosing to sleep inside of like basically a glorified coffin.
Yeah, that's
and pay $700 a month for it.
Yeah,
not good for claustrophobic people.
Yeah, I saw there was a YouTube video. I have to find it. This guy is just like stoked on his friend was renting. It's somewhere in New York City, so we already know the rents are just jacked. And
right.
So this guy took he built, and it was already like it was only like a 1-bedroom little tiny apartment. Well, then he walls off. He's got plywood up, and he built a little sliding door, and he made his buddy a little pod. The buddy's paying like what was it, man? It was something like $1,200 a month for this little dude. It's exactly what you just said, and he ain't got no windows, got no nothing. He's just got this little mat to sleep on.
Yeah, there's no windows in those things, not at all.
What?
In fact, they close when you close the door or whatever you call it. It's like, I mean, it really feels like you're in a coffin in those things. I mean, okay, you got a light maybe and a USB plug, so you can still use internet or whatever, but it's just
crazy.
I mean, okay, I get it in Japan or whatever. It's popular for many years, but very different culture, very different, expectations and whatever else.
Yeah.
Their space in real estate in big cities has been an issue for decades, but like for that to happen in a major metro area in the U.S. is crazy. Mm-hmm. And even here, where I live, they've got now in Jerusalem. There's even a hotel that does that, but it's like really niche, and it's a hotel that's for like visitors who want the experience of staying in one of those things for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason would be, but
right,
get popular or something. But just, I mean, if that's the future of real estate, man, that's a sad state of affairs.
I got a friend over there. I'll just couch surf. Yes, I'm talking about you. Hilarious. I'll pitch a tent in your backyard.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do we got? Oh man. Let's see, is there any questions over here in the chat at all? Oh goodness. Let's see. Yeah, I couldn't. No way I could sleep in that thing. A little tiny. I need a little room. I'm definitely a minimalist, but yeah, those little pod things people are renting are just ridiculous. Well, hell, in Japan they got like the cyber cafes that even got them. You can just go in there and you like pay a monthly rent. It's ridiculous, man. These people need to touch grass, man. They're all pale and shit. They just never even leave the place. They're just online or sleeping in their pod.
Like, wow. Yeah, being super pale is some kind of like a status over there. So
right,
they enjoy that. But yeah, no, people live for years in those things already in Japan. Like, they have not left those things,
Right.
They've been shocking up those things for a decade, and it's not like, I mean, you're in Japan, so it's expensive anyway. But it's not like you're going to save a lot of money by renting that versus renting a studio or whatever. But it's just a spending. Like if you work, I don't know, at some place where you need to be 15 minutes from work by foot or by public transportation or whatever, because driving around Tokyo, like forget it could be quite nuts. But like, it's just exorbitant prices for people who want to live in the middle of a gigantic city, and you gotta ask yourself why. Is it that important? Wouldn't you rather just commute a little bit longer, have a bit more space? But not everybody has that choice, obviously. And
well, I mean, if you don't walk on foot, you're just going to have to get on their subway, and you're going to be crammed in anyway. So you're going to be
Right.
You're going to be shoulder to shoulder with people regardless of where you're at. So
Unless you're a Westerner, and then you're going to be like head above their shoulders.
Yeah.
For the most-
I think I would thrive in Japan.
You ever see those YouTube clips though of them, like they've got like ushers or conductors or whatever on the subway platforms, literally trying to cram as many people into the subway
yeah.
as possible.
Oh yeah, and in places like China and other countries too, but also in China, they don't just try to cram them in. They have these like 10-foot long wooden batons, and they whack people, like they smash them in there by force, get them in there like sardines. It is a spectacle of violence. It's what they do. It's crazy.
It's definitely cultural, just because the population density in the Asian countries is just a lot higher than here in the West.
So it's not like they couldn't make more railroads and have more trains. It's not like they don't have the money for it, right? You could have argued that point 50 years ago. Oh, it's poor China; they don't have the money. Now you can't really make that argument, right? It's like the second most powerful economy on the planet, technically. They certainly have enough money to invest in trains. It's just like you said; it's a cultural issue.
So one thing, this is just a rumor, so it may be just hearsay, but I hear that in most Asian countries they generally don't wear deodorant too. So imagine being crammed to shoulder with people that generally don't wear deodorant.
Ugh.
I don't know about that, but I do know there are definitely cases, and it is not pleasant if you've ever experienced it. I can tell you, I have certainly experienced that in some places, and that is not particularly fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. Doesn't sound fun.
That's another kind of clown show.
Well, I know it's the Asian country I have in mind specific is Korea. So I know that just people that have gone over there to teach, they've made things that they say, finding deodorant to buy is hard.
I would not be surprised. I remember I had a Korean roommate once in college, and boy, did he have a particularly pungent odor. But then again, he was one of many people from Korea that I knew, and he was the only one who had that particular odor. The others were all perfectly. I never had a problem with any of their odors. Maybe it was because he was my roommate, so I got to smell him a bit closer than the other people I just knew in class and stuff. But who knows? But yeah, cultures, man. It's all cultural differences.
Yeah, wild, man.
Yeah.
Wild.
You love everybody at Alpha Trading. I don't care what country you're from. Come in and learn how to trade the VEPS.
Yeah, we can't smell you through the computer.
That's right. We don't have smell-o-vision on our internet terminals.
God Lord. We went off the rails this morning. It's all right.
That's a technology that's existed for like 30 years already, and there's a reason it caught on. Like there's some things you don't want to smell on the other side of that screen.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt. No freaking doubt. Ooh, gold just turning down. We were talking about here. Let's take a peek real quick. Show you what I was talking about. Boom. Let's get up here on the fire. Yeah.
As you can see, it appears that we are going down.
Look where gold's at right now. 33 log MA, bottom side of the power mean band. Wave trend is at 1772. I mean, look where Fisher is. 21 day. 1462. Got the 99 log MA down here. 1613. No, I don't care where your exponential or simple moving averages or your Fibonacci extensions or any of that crap is at. Don't care. Don't care at all. Sorry. Not trying to be mean. Just I don't look at lagging information. Period. The end. Pretty simple. Look at the 5 day. Goodness gracious, man. You're already below. There's nothing down here. See something real quick. Yeah. Let's see the 3 day. Reset this. Boop. Boop. Oh boy. Gold, you're a train wreck, man. Train freaking wreck. I'm sure you're being told by whoever got you into metals. No, don't worry, man. You're good. Just pull back. Really? 2 days not going to populate? Come on, I need the 2 day.
Just invert the chart.
Yeah, exactly. And you're all good. Yeah, here, hold on. Yeah, there's the 2 day below everything. There's the
As you can
daily.
see, it appears that we are going down.
Okay, gold bugs. If you are, if you're really depressed, invert. Hey, bull run.
Right, that's right.
We got a gold bull run happening.
Gold bull run.
Why
Gold bull run to the downside.
Why
Get
are the
it cheap.
candles pink?
Exactly.
What
Get
is
this
wrong?
cheap.
Oh, wait, I screwed up. Let me turn the invert off. Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, sorry. Gold bulls, you're just getting nuked right now. Sorry. What's going on, man? Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you're a long-term gold bug, you know, getting them cheap.
Yeah.
And who knows, it might get cheaper. I'm sure Peter Schiff has a lot of smart things to say right now about why gold is the best investment of the 21st century.
Dude. Peter Schill. Peter Goldshill. I'd like to talk to him right now.
It's not even the majority of his portfolio. Yeah, it's like quite a minority of his portfolio. But yeah, he sells it. So
we should go troll him on X, just for fun, just to steam his carrots a little bit.
Dust his NFT.
There's nobody that drives me crazier more than that guy.
With some ordinals that are that don't have much value.
Yeah, he gets paid to shill gold. Somebody's paying him.
Literally. And he accepts Bitcoin through his payment process. I mean, he takes fiat for it, but he'll let you pay him in Bitcoin for his gold coins.
All right.
That is way outside the bands, though. I mean, you got to say.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, look, you pulled back in. Mean reverted to some lengths of the power mean band and rejected hard. God, if this continues this, oh my, that's a 4 hour.
Yeah. And it is a trending move, although it's a weak correlation.
See,
so it could be running out of steam there.
I mean, look at this. Jesus, man.
Yeah, and that one's in that time frame's already in a random walk, pretty much. Unless it's suddenly
sell off started yesterday about 0900, quarter after. Jiminy Christmas, boy, this is what you want to see to the top. This is just ugly. I mean, you're in a position here with gold. You got to a point where, man, you got some work to do now. I don't know. You think gold's bad, right? Jesus. Silver's like, both, same time, man. Gold and silver started selling off yesterday about 0900. Nothing to see here, though. It's all good. There's not a sell-off happening in metals market.
Yeah.
Happened exact same time. Gold and silver.
I wonder what's moving through the projection ball. I can tell you already.
And here's what's sick. The dollar market wasn't even open.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it started selling off Friday morning. That's right. I skipped a day. A couple days. Jesus. Thought that was yesterday. Pardon me. So, yeah, Friday morning, because Dixie was ripping, man. Look at the 15-minute on silver. Goes down, comes back into the power mean band, rejecting off the log MAs. Finally retests the wave trend and just, no thanks. Wow. You got Fisher below 99 log MA. See the 4 hour. Oof. That's painful.
An impressive move through the projections, that's for sure.
But the silver guys on that commercial said this was a good buy.
I'm sure it is a great buy, especially if you're selling.
Things dropped $2 in a couple days. It's not good. That is not good at all. But yeah, we know what happens. I mean, mean reversion.
Yeah, it'll only get so far away before it starts to revert.
It took the 5-day, 21-day. Yeah, you're below. Let's see where this.
That's way below. Not that it can't go further. I mean, just look at that chart. It could definitely go further.
There
And
we
that
go.
could for sure go further.
Pretty much at the 99 log MA right now.
Yeah.
I mean, silver did this before. Silver blew down through everything, before on this 21-day. Popped it right back up. Barely closed candles outside the power mean band. Where you're predominantly closing them below. So, yeah, man. Could this thing come down to a little 2050? Easily.
That's a full random walk right there, whatever's happening on the 21.
Yeah, man. Dude, just random. On the 21-day, last trend was the top side. Silver was literally at 14.2.
And it was in, what was that, 2021?
Dude, it's COVID central. Okay. So, of course, silver pumps with the COVID BS.
Been a while.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, shit, pandemic. Everybody's going to die. We need silver. I need silver. I got to buy masks.
Yeah.
I got to buy masks. I got to buy Lysol. I got to buy toilet paper.
We need silver for the virus vampire.
We need toilet paper.
How does that work?
Trade your silver for toilet paper. Good Lord. Yeah, my bucket list got completed in Costco when I saw two grown men fist fighting over toilet paper. I was like, yep, perfect. This is great. Oh, shit. Yeah. Will gold ever go up? I don't know, Tony, man. Well, I'm sure it will, because all these data sets mean revert, following the returns that are actually doing the mean reverting. Want to make that pretty clear. Price action does not mean revert. Well, then why is the data set going back up? Because it's following the returns. Pretty simple. It's not simple, but it is simple. Confusing as hell at first. We know. We've all been there. I'm not going to lie. When you look at a 21-day, this thing's got support, right? This thing's got support. Can it continue higher? Of course it can. Of course it can. I'm not saying gold and silver is doomed. I'm just saying I'm not investing in it. No way. No thank you. No thank you. I would invest in long-term food storage, maybe a water supply. We're talking heavy metals, lead, that kind of heavy metal. That's what I would be investing in. I would not be like taking money that I could literally be buying food for my family for future. There's plenty of places out there to get good dehydrated food because you never know. These are the people who are just like, oh, this dumbass is prepping. What's he prepping for? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe we just have power outage for a week or something. What are you going to feed your family? You're out of food in a couple of days. You've only probably got enough food in your fridge for a couple of days. But hey, newsflash, most of that's going to go bad because it's in a fridge. You got no electric. You got a generator. What are people doing out there to be prepared? For Christ's sake. It's always blown my mind how people get made fun of for preparing. Now, there's some people that go overboard. I agree 100%. But, yeah, you're silly not to prepare for anything. You just have to. That's the state of affairs. They got people's consciousness in. People don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. You'd be surprised what a middle-aged man who's got a wife and 3 kids and he can't feed them, what that guy will do to get those people food. You will be really shocked. Your real nice neighbor will turn into an absolute animal and he will come for your food, man. Don't care who the guy is. If it comes down to feeding your family's going to come first. You're not going to care about your good neighbors, all right? Hello. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Let's see here. So yeah, silver and gold still slipping big time. Well, we saw this coming a long time. That's the whole thing. We are talking about this for a while now. Just like we were talking about gold going to the highs, we're pulling back, doing all this. When you have a power mean band, right? Means. This is not a super guppy or something. This is actually all leading information. You got power means, reverse wave trend, reverse Fisher, 3 log return moving averages. If you're using simple moving averages, exponential moving averages, all the other types of moving averages, they're all built upon price. No good, right? There's a couple moving averages in traditional TA that actually will take price, turn them into a normal distribution. People don't even use them. These are things I was searching out before we had all this, right? Who's got some volatility stuff, right? What kind of moving averages, things of that nature. I mean, you got to search this stuff out until you find the VEPS, or you're just using lagging information, which all the power to you, man. If that's what you want to use, if you're making money in the markets using that stuff, there's no reason for you to even be here. You got your you got your strat within your edge, right? That's what people think, just having some strategy with a group of indicators, that's my edge. No, it's not. You know what's even better than having a strat? You better understand risk management first, because that's the biggest part of your edge. If you don't understand risk management, you're never going to make money. You're always going to be depositing into your exchanges or your brokerage account or whatever it is. You're never going to be withdrawing, right? You start using the VEPS, you'll probably be on the withdrawal on the weekly. I don't trust banks. You think I trust exchanges? Hell no. I don't care if it's traditional, crypto, whatever. It's crazy. You know what I trust? Here, I'll show you what I trust. Where's it at? Let's pull this baby out. It's never far. Guarded under lock and key. And a lot of heavy metal, if you know what I mean. Right? Ledger. Hardware wallets. Man. I take that money off those exchanges. Buy Bitcoin. That's what I do. Safe. Right? If you're your own bank, you better have a safe, man. There's a reason for them. They're very secure. When I see people say that they got hacked, it drives me literally insane. You don't just get hacked. You literally opened up the front door and let the vampires in. Right? That's exactly what you did. You need to put a mirror on the wall right in front of your door. Keep out the negativity, man. Keep out the negativity. Look up feng shui. Do some things. Feng shui. People say
Now
all
that
kinds of
said,
different
you
ways.
should not let people have physical access to your home. Yeah,
No.
because then if you give the right or wrong hacker or cracker the wallet, there are some wallets with physical access. Somebody who knows how to do it and who has the right tools and has the right amount of time can definitely get in. But if you keep that thing secure, nobody getting in that thing.
Don't let yourself get socially engineered. People are tricky bastards, man. They'll literally sit there, befriend you either in X DMs, Discord DMs, befriend you and find out everything about you. Oh, you got kids? Oh, yeah. What are their names? Oh, what about dogs? You got dog? I got dogs. My dog's Roxy and blah, 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 blah. Dude, they're just putting down information to run through their system to try to find passwords and shit on you. I mean, you got to be real careful out there, man. You really do. People are after you. Big time. Big time. Dude, I got all kinds of, I don't even open them. I get Discord DMs and X, not Twitter, X DMs all the time. I do not open them, man. I don't even look unless I know who they are already. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in making new magical internet friends. I got plenty already. So you got to be safe, man. You got to be safe. And if it comes to cryptocurrency, you need a safe. You are your own bank. I mean, what are you people out there doing, man? I don't care if you have 0.01 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin or 1 Bitcoin or $20 in Bitcoin. What is it? Just sitting on an exchange? It's not your Bitcoin. Do you realize that? I don't think a lot of people do, especially new people in the crypto, man. You just don't realize that. Damn, silver's just getting lit up, man.
Yeah, it's just, like exchanges, centralized exchanges are really not different than a bank.
Right.
Except that they're in crypto land, they're unregulated, so they're even wilder in theory. But yeah, when you give custody, you know what that means. You give custody of your assets to someone else. It is by definition not yours. until you claim it back.
Think about the recent rash of just going against certain narratives, and they debank you and they take your money. Right?
Yep.
That stuff already exists, so now you're in that unregulated space, right? And
Yeah,
you're gonna have no recourse.
We like crypto. We like Bitcoin. Do we like CBDCs? Hell no. I don't. I hope that gets shot down. I hope that never manifests, man. Because this is just go move to China, man. They can literally turn your money off. If you don't agree, if you go against the narrative, yeah, they do, man. They'll just turn your money off.
It's not just China, but even places like the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, famously like the wealthiest, the most concentrated amount of oil money or whatever, nouveau riche people, and they're all going to Dubai thinking everything's great and wonderful. Next thing you know, if you're speeding down the road, they automatically debit whatever amount they say you should deserve to be debit from your card, right?
Yeah.
Like everything's high tech or whatever you want to call it, and that means that you actually give up a lot of freedoms to be in a place like that. Never mind the fact that it's not like an open, like a real democracy or anything like that. But
right,
as capitalist as it pretends to be, it's very much a control state.
And you know what? You're not going to be arguing with people either. You're arguing with machines, so you're never going to win that argument. Yeah. Machines do not accept sob stories.
Right.
Yeah, the machines don't care. They are entirely without emotion. That's true. And the fact is, never mind speeding or whatever. Like, well, what if the radar trap was incorrectly positioned and read your speed wrong or something like that? Or, who knows what? What if the gauge was off caliber? That happens. Nope, they're still going to debit you. You don't get to argue it. They assume guilt and they take the funds, and then you have to fight to get it back, which is going to cost you more money, and you don't get those funds back that you spend to get it back. So people just accept it, and it's just very telling about the freedoms people to give up in exchange for what they think buys their freedom.
Right.
There's that old saying, people who are willing to trade their freedom for an ounce of gold don't deserve either.
You don't deserve the gold or your freedom.
I'm butchering the exact quote, but
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. One of the founding fathers or something like that said a very smart quote about that.
Yes, 100%, man. So gold's already hit the 95.4 Laplace on the daily. There's a 95.4% chance that gold found its low for the day. 95.4% chance. I would imagine silver is probably blown through it. Let's find out. Maybe not. Yeah, has. You're almost at the first support level in the new monthly volatility range below the 95.4. Now look out. You come down, hit this monthly support level. The bull's going to be here. 100% they are. Real support and resistance, not your goofy lines. We don't draw lines on our charts. These things populate very well too, I might add. Math. The math. MAFFFFFS. Maths. Maths are good. So right now, there's a 95.4% chance. Let's just go down to the 2SD that silver closes up above about 2150. Yep, 2150. We're talking about Laplace distribution, about $21.60. 95.4% chance by this daily candle close that's where silver is going to close above. That's why we love the probabilities. When you get below these levels, and here's the third standard deviation right down here. It's at 2120. Right? In that monthly support level, the first monthly support level. You're already below the first weekly. And guys, the weekly and the monthly haven't even been tested. So now, right before the close yesterday, man, or on Friday, this thing just drops down below both. Is this just happenstance? Or do you think the algos know where these macro ranges are going to be and they're going to make sure these bulls are going to get hammered? So what do? You open up below the range. You put all this macro resistance above the data set for the open. Yeah, this is madness, man. Gold and silver are wrecked right now. Gold and silver are wrecked. You know who's not wrecked? The king. That's who's not wrecked.
Yeah.
BTC.
And I think gold and silver are about to get a little bit more wrecked, right? Because
Yeah,
I
man.
think the next candle for Dixie is going to march itself into that low time frame trend on the 15-minute. It'll be very, very close. But
Right.
you got a little bit of div play gonna play out, and it'll pop it into the trend. You're
For
gonna
sure.
get two SD move, and gold and silver will continue to flush.
Yep. For sure, man. For sure. Then up here on Bitcoin, right? Made a run right to the 95.4 Laplace. Shorted it a little bit. So like on the daily, there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin does not close above 28,660 area. Right? Right here. So, hey man, that's what we're dealing with right now. The tale of two currencies, right? Is Bitcoin a currency? Absolutely. I still get people that argue it. And I am like living proof. I just love just smacking them. It's like, what do you mean? You're speaking out of your arsehole, man. You don't even know what crypto is, but you're going to tell me that Bitcoin's not a currency. You kidding me right now? I sell it all the time. You turn it right back into dollars. And that's where they're regulating things at the exchange level. That's why I hear people talk, and I see things on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it is. People talking all the freaking time about it, that it's not currency, it's not this, it's not that. What the hell, man? You need to wake up, because you're being gaslighted by whoever you're getting your information from. They've been lying to you for 13 years. Bitcoin's done nothing but went up from literally worth a zip. Pretty crazy. It's the most meteoric rise in history. Guys, it rose like billions of percent. It's just nuts, man. We have never ever seen anything like it. And here's what's even better. This thing hasn't even started in all reality. I mean, we're down here. It's worth what? It's under 30K right now. This thing will be worth millions of dollars one day. Millions of dollars. Meanwhile, people are buying gold. They're all currencies, right? There's a reason why I don't buy gold and silver. I put it into Bitcoin, man. We need to shoot down these central bank digital currencies, though. I would imagine. Here's the problem in the States, though. We got a lot of sheep here, man. I mean, a lot of fast food eating, soap opera watching. Freaking, it's just insane, dude. Marching to the beat of the drummer. It's unfortunate. You let those CBDCs launch, you think your freedoms just got absolutely crushed overnight. Any of the freedom that we have left is just going to be annihilated by those. We do not want it. Social credit scores.
For the microchips. That's what it's going to end up turning into.
Go watch that Black Mirror episode. That's a freak show and a half. With a chick, she's fine, and all of a sudden she just has a bad run of luck. Like, talks back to her taxi driver, and she gives him a little downvote. All these apps, these Uber apps, Lyft apps, where you have to rate people, social media, all this shit, dude. It's gearing up for the social credit scores, and you're just diving right into it. I don't have a Facebook, man. No freaking way. Plus, you're putting your entire life. Most people, everything about them is on their Facebook. Wow, that's insane. That's insane, man.
The microchip technology already exists, right?
Yeah.
So you put it in your hand, right, and you pay for stuff. Well, how long before that's like mandatory, right? Like, oh, you need to have this in here to,
right,
just enter a store, right? So
people are so deep in the woods, you cannot even see the trees anymore. That's the biggest problem. They're like, oh, I love my new credit card. Oh, it's got the chip. I don't even have to stick it in. I just wave it. You guys, do you see the progression? Do you know where that chip's going next? But they'll call you a conspiracy theorist. It's like, all righty. You're one of the dumbasses that'll probably be the first one getting it. I want that convenience. Are you kidding me? I just put my hand up now? Oh, hell yeah. Wow.
I think in the last 3 years, conspiracy theories are like 37-0. So
Yeah, right? It's insane. But when you get a majority of the population, they're all just jacked up on pharmaceuticals and everything else in this crazy world. Hey, man, you're just going to follow. You're just going to follow around, do what you're told. Why do you think all the new people coming into this country, you know what the new American dream is? And dude, I've got some of these people working at the restaurants, and the first thing I do, I befriend them, start to talk to them. I want to know about their travels, their journey. Where are you from? We're getting a lot of people that are coming over from Africa. A lot of people, they call themselves the Chins. I said Chins the other day, and somebody told me that's racist. I'm like, what are you talking about? Chin Baptist Church, Chin grocery stores. They literally call themselves the Chins. So I'm calling them the Chins. They're from like Malaysia, Burma. Just people leaving their countries coming here. And the new American dream is you get on full benefits, medical, everything, food. They don't have to work. They set them up in G8 housing. This one girl worked for us. She was from the Congo region. First, I was like, well, how big's your family? 12 brothers and sisters. She's like the 13th. She had 6 sisters, 6 brothers. She shows me the picture. There's only just all the women and the father. And I'm like, well, where's all your brothers? Well, they got kidnapped. Like it was nothing. Didn't show any emotion, nothing. All 6 of her brothers had been kidnapped, taken to the mines or whatever. And I'm just like, right there, my heart sunk because I was like, holy shit, what have they done to these people? They've made it where people, it's like the norm. Their family got a $90,000 check when they came to this country and put on full benefits. She worked for about 2 months, and then her mom made her quit because she had to come because she had to help cook. She had to help cook for the rest of the family. Her mom wanted her to cook, didn't want her to work. You don't need to work. The government's taking care of us. It's a sad state of affairs as things that are going on right now. That's a new American dream. Where my great grandparents came over here, they busted their freaking ass, and both sides of my family, grandfathers, great grandfathers, all in the military, all served their countries. It's just crazy, man. I don't know
Well,
what's
you
happened.
consider that the average salary, it's only in the last year or two that salaries have gone up a little relative to inflation. They still haven't gone up quite as much, but relative to inflation, they've gone up a little compared to the previous 50 years.
Right.
So they're still far below. We're still, like, the U.S. salaries are still far below what inflation has risen over the last 50 years, right? So when you literally have people who are putting in the time and the effort to work, and they go their entire careers without ever making money against the state of the economy. They're literally losing money every year. They go retirement essentially with less money than they went into the workforce, which was broke to begin with if they came out of high school or college.
Right.
What dream is there? It's been dead for 50 years, and it's been slowly decaying to the point of nothingness.
Yeah.
And now it has reached the point of nothingness.
Right.
Where, unless you're one of the privileged people who happens to have an income that is higher than the average, and well enough higher than the average that you actually outpace the economic change per annum, it's very difficult to save money. It's very difficult to do more than just barely make ends meet. What is it? Like 1 in 4 kids are undernourished because they live below poverty. 1 in 4. That's insane. In a country that's supposed to be the wealthiest country on, that's just insane.
Yeah.
People don't have basic, I know most people now have medicine. I understand most people have healthcare to a degree. Not everybody, but most people. But the fact is, not everybody in a country that, again, claims to be the best and the wealthiest and everything else. Well, that's just clearly not the fact when you measure out metrics across different countries. It's
right.
this lie that the American dream is the greatest and most glorious thing there ever was. That was a dream that worked 70 years ago. Post-war, economic boom, manufacturing was very strong. The dollar was relatively strong. You could have one, full-time income per household and still make money and save money. Try doing that now. Good luck. Not easy, especially when you live anywhere near population centers, and the average job pays you, a pittance, frankly, less than you would, or not much more than you would get doing exactly what you just said. That your workers, they stay at home because it's almost as easy, or they get almost as much from the government than they do if they work.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a reason that people have this sense of desperation and they kind of give up.
Yeah.
It's not because they're not motivated by nature. It's because they're not motivated by society. It crushes them into nothing.
Yeah.
And it kills all their ambition and their desire to get ahead because they see that there's statistically no chance for them to get ahead unless they're privileged enough to have had a good education and good, strong values that teaches them, that ambition matters, and yes, a little bit of luck sometimes matters, but luck is basically what you make of it. And there's a lot of people who don't have that, and so they just give up. And it's terrible. It is terrible.
Yeah, like
it's not just in the U.S., right? It's across the G8, the G20. Really, it's in many, many countries. This sense of desperation.
I wish Fur Primal was still with us, because he had it down.
Yeah.
He lived in Panama. He moved to Panama, expat, moved down to Panama.
Yeah.
9 hours from the biggest from any city center, out in
Right.
Playa. You fill in the blank. I'm not going to dox the dude.
Right.
But he had his crypto.com card, and he like intraday traded freaking like crypto. He'd load that card up. He's out there buying 25-cent chickens. And I mean, dude, he sent me pictures of the place he was renting. It was literally like $300 a month US. The guy's got a pool overlooking the ocean.
Yeah.
Dude, just this beautiful place. And I'm just like, if I had if I didn't have any family, I'd be down there for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of amazing destinations people go to, and
100%.
Compared to the cost of U.S. living, there's no comparison.
Yeah,
but
big time.
Yeah, for people who are chasing the dreams,
because I know he was
a
Mexican
very
descent.
Different place than it was 5 decades ago.
So he already speaks Spanish and stuff. So he had that going. But he was just like, I'm done with the U.S. I'm going to Panama. And I was like, I don't blame you, dude.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. And he just, he trades and surfs. Buys 25-cent chickens and big fish, and he gets fresh fish and vegetables and fruit every day. And just it's kind of like my friends in Hawaii, except cost of living there, I believe, is the highest in the U.S. If I'm not mistaken.
It is really high. Yeah, sure. It's like practically like the same cost of living as in Japan. It's insanely high.
Insanely high. But they have every fruit you can imagine. They have a tree on their property, and then they go to the docks and get fresh fish. That's how they live, man. They're living on fruit and fish. And they live pretty cheap. They live pretty cheap, which is good for them. But it's easy when you're not renting. I mean, they bought their property, so they are chilling.
Yeah, that's much easier.
And that's water supply.
Like, very few people, of the current quote unquote younger adult generation, whatever Z or millennials or comes out, like they're probably, most of them are never going to have the chance to own a home ever in their life.
Right.
As a horrible reality to face, like, okay, I understand there's always going to be a percentage of people that don't own there, but like when the vast majority of people don't have a chance, and they're not going to have a chance for the next 50 years, which means they're never going to have the chance.
Yeah.
It's just, it's why be motivated?
Totally.
Yeah.
So to get back to this silliness we got going on here.
Right, why not? Let's get back to something cheery like the charts.
Yeah, everybody's got to realize you got Dixie and Bitcoin really up by their daily 95.4 Laplace. I mean, Dixie right now is right at the 4-hour 95.4 Laplace. Sent 1 wick into it, pulled back. Now we got another candle right to it. And then you got gold and silver blowing out the bottom side of the distribution. Bitcoin's running with the dollar right now. Gold metals are just dumping like crazy. Except lead. Lead's up, I'm sure. Lead sales are up. Especially if these commies trying to take over our country. All right, let's go. What do we got working here? Yeah, we're about to wrap this up anyway. It's just the point. Hopefully I'm getting through to some gold and silver people, because my God, man, what are you doing? Especially people that are just continuing to stack. I'm not saying gold and silver is going to zero. The only point I'm trying to make is that the future is going to be digital, right? Unless we just get knocked back to Stone Age days, which, hey, that could happen too. Who knows? But do you think you're going to be out there trading gold and silver for whatever the hell you're trying to get? No, man. It ain't going to be like that. People are insane. There's going to be more of a barter system. Hey, you need a roll of toilet paper? Hey, I need a pack of cigarettes. Let's swap. Crazy, man. Crazy. But as long as, everybody's got their TV on, they're good, right? Got to watch the shows. Got to watch that news. Yes, I'm making fun of you. Sorry. My TV's only on if I'm watching a Netflix show every once in a while. I don't even think I've had the damn thing on in a week. I literally.
People under 50 probably don't watch TV very much.
My TV right now, right here. I mean, it's a big 60-inch flat screen. It's got towels hanging on it, drying. It's got my car. It's got my microfiber car towels drying on it.
and it's probably connected to the internet somehow, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
But I got no TV. I got no freaking subscription TV service. I either watch Netflix or I'm on the charts. I'm doing something.
There you go.
I'm not playing around watching. It's in the wording, people. It's programming. You're literally being programmed. Not only that, with the flicker rate. I'm not even saying these monitors are any better. I'm surrounded by freaking monitors. But there's a frequency is being emitted by these things. They're just zapping the shit out of us. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to continue. It's how we communicate these days. It's definitely how we're trading. There's not a floor anymore. What, do you want to be a stockbroker? Yeah, man. Those days are over. Running around the floor, sticking interns in trash cans and shit. Yeah, them days are over. Doing blow in the bathroom. Or if you're, the king of crypto, you're in the water closet giving the old yellow 21 a polishing. Oh!
That's right.
Yes, you can spread that.
You hear what happened to that bit lad?
No, what's that goofy dude?
That bit, whatever his name was, Bit Boy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He got arrested or something.
Dude, you see the meme? You know that meme where it says, before and after, and it's got cocaine, heroin, meth, and then it's got crypto, and it's got him with a big smile when he first got in, and then it's like a mugshot.
And he was parading himself as Mr. Family Values because all these guys would parade themselves as, I'm Family Values this, and they're whenever you're projecting so publicly about you're so self-righteous, it's always those guys who are just gonna. You're always at the other end of the spectrum. Not being Mr. Family Value. Oh, and he got arrested, right? And the cops are like, who's in your car? While he was outside some guy's house yelling and screaming to get his Lamborghini back, which, of course, he didn't get back. And they're like, who's in your car? And he's like, yeah, there's someone in my car. And he was not answering the question because he was on a live stream on his phone, and he put his phone down already on the ground. He was recording him. Cops were like, who's in the car? And eventually he had to answer. It was some woman, I forget her name. But it turns out it's the woman that's his mistress that he was having an affair with, that his wife supposedly, knew about, he'd admitted to her and they made some apology. So he's he made an apology video to his audience, wife and everything. He said, oh, that's be a good man again. And now he's got busted with her in his car.
Brutal.
Mr. Family Values. Bit lad.
And that's how smart that goofy ass is. I've never liked him. I know Matt liked him for a while. I've never liked that goofball.
That guy's always been a charlatan, dude.
All those YouTube shills are the same, man. There ain't one.
Yeah, he's 100% been a shill coin shiller for so long.
Big time.
And helping people just get wrecked over and over again with and he promoted so many lagging indicators, including that. What was it? The face mask one.
Oh yeah, what's that goofy's name?
That goofy one.
Yeah,
he was promoting that thing for a while.
That Cypher BS. That's just as bad as the damn Jewel.
Cypher or something.
Those two indicators are just total BS, man.
Yeah, and it was selling it for $500 a month. Yeah, crazy.
The Cypher, whatever the hell that thing was.
I forget what it's called. Mr. Man. He was wearing masks before it was popular.
Yeah, you get a live stream, some goofy won't show his face. But why are you even watching him? Oh, that's cool. He's mysterious.
Yeah, right.
It's really?
No, He was just aware of what was coming.
God.
He just knew everybody was going to be wearing face masks 3 years later.
Right? Pretty nuts. All right,
No,
it's
but
11
like-
o'clock. Let's get the hell out of here.
Enough crazy talk.
We had fun today. We showed a lot of different ranges. This will be wild to see how this day plays out. Like I said, you got like the dollar and you got Bitcoin at like the 95 for Laplace ranges to the top side of the distribution, while gold and silver are to the downside. Is there going to be a happy medium? We're going to come down and meet in the middle? We're about to find out. Because at this point, if Dixie dumps, you're going to see gold and silver pop, right? You'll probably see if Dixie starts pulling back, Bitcoin's probably going to pull back. Bitcoin and Dixie are correlated right now. The metal market and Dixie, very not correlated. They're all down. They're all down. And silver is leading the way as the biggest shit coin of the day. There's no doubt about it. You were down over, I mean, look at this thing. Since we just talked, it's sold off. Now it's down at that monthly support level. And we're going to end there. Gold and silver bugs, shout out to you, man. You're brave. You're braver than I am. I wouldn't want nothing to do with gold and silver. If I had a pile of gold and silver right now, my ass would be shifting that to Bitcoin real fast. I'm not just talking about diversifying into it. I'm talking about dumping gold and silver and going all in on Bitcoin. Okay. Hey, guys, thanks for all the support in the Discord. You guys are great. If you're watching on TradingView, link to our Discord's in the description. Look, there's no entry barriers or anything. It's free to join the Discord. You're going to open a support ticket, request a free volatility starter pack. You'll get access to the channels that have the education for those indicators. And then you can start your path to volatility trading. Learn for free, man. Stop with all these YouTubers scamming you with traditional TA. They're either part of the scam or they're not even aware there is a scam. It's one or the other. It's not that, yeah, trust me. They're look, you got another guy on video saying, trust me. Look, all you got to do is come into our Discord. Go to our YouTube channel. Go operating. So that's the last thing I'm going to say about that. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Alpha Trading out. Peace, man.